These are our top 10 players of Champions League Matchday 3, and after a record-breaking matchday which saw 71 goals, red cards, chaos everywhere, as always, it's going to be difficult to include everyone. I try to keep it roughly to one player per team, but as always, there will be one team or two teams who had immaculate performances against big teams, and therefore they can squeeze two names in. But as always, feel free to give honorable mentions. I can't put 100 players out of all 18 matches. So let's tuck in. Although before I do, obviously, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. The numbers, they're going up brick by brick. We're getting to that 50k, and then that 100k is on the way. World Cup time, we will be there. In 10th place, someone who will be hoping might be there at the World Cup is Chelsea's Estevão. Obviously, Chelsea absolutely slapped Ajax. They patted them on their heads like good boys. And the reason why Estevão is quite low is because obviously his goal was a very well taken penalty, but also Chelsea just played really well all round, right? There wasn't like a super standout player, you know, like Caicedo was good as per usual. Guiu obviously broke the record for youngest scorer ever, just to get broken 33 minutes later by Estevão. But I felt like Estevão maybe was the standout of the bunch. Obviously, when he goes centrally, he's starting to dictate play a little bit. He can take on his man. He works hard. You guys know me, bro. I like Estevão a lot. I have done since. If you guys are real OGs of the channel, you were there when I had far less subs. You know how much I was gassing him when I first saw him at Palmeiras before he was ever linked to anyone. So I feel like a proud dad, if you will, even though I'm going to look like an unk now. I'm not that much older than Estevão, but it is what it is. He is in 10th. In 9th, we have another youngster. His name is Carl. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't lock into Bundesliga enough, so I was unfamiliar with how good or bad or, you know, what guys were saying. But this Leonard Carl of Bayern, 17 years of age, hey, man, fair enough. He started the game and just took everything into his own hands with an absolute banger. I said, whoa, is that what you're doing in this Bayern team with these stars that are already in the squad? Fair enough. Again, look, I'm sure Bayern fans watching, they're going to ask for their shout outs for Konrad Laimer, and again, you know, rightly so, I fully hear it. But just in general, if I'm picking between, you know, a fullback that got a cheeky couple assists or a 17-year-old sensation who scores a banger like that, listen, I am a little bit positionless. We do have defenders in this list. Don't worry, we're going to get there. But in this particular game, I felt like Leonard Carl deserved a bit more shine than Laimer. Obviously, Kane's going to score every single week, as Kane does. Jackson got his goal. Diaz, after missing 4 or 5 sitters, got his goal as well. But let's give it to the kid for this time in 9th place. Again, obviously, it was a well-rounded team performance, so there wasn't like a super standout dominant performance. Likewise, in 8th, Liverpool slapping Frankfurt 5-1, just like Chelsea's 5-1. A good all-round team performance to get back, and I've gone with Ugo Ekitike because this was for me the game where he cemented, like, alright, cool, whatever happens, whether you rate Salah, you don't rate Salah, whether you rate Isaac, you don't, you rate Wirtz or you don't, Ekitike needs to start. I'm someone that I was always honest throughout the summer. When guys keep asking, what do you think of Ekitike? I don't know. I haven't watched him for 90 minutes, bro. This is prior to, obviously, you know, him signing and whatnot, or after he'd signed and hadn't played Community Shield yet. But from Community Shield, from the first few Prem games, I said, yeah, this guy, this is a baller. He's someone that I like to watch, and he's also bringing numbers as well. And look, there was that iffy spell around when he got, you know, the red card for backing off his shirt celebrating, and he was looking like he was very is insecure the right word? Maybe. Like, he seemed a little bit insecure, like, I want to be the guy, you know, because obviously the moment Isaac arrived, they treated him like a sideman. But the fact that he's still delivering when he performs is a good sign. I do believe they should give him the keys. I'm sure people will obviously want to shout out Wirtz or whatever because he got 2 assists. I'm not, like, you might know how much I rate Wirtz. I'm not going to gas up Wirtz for those 2 assists, especially the second one, bro, which was all Szoboszlai's work, who, again, I'm sure people will ask for Szoboszlai to be in here as well. But for me, Ekitike is the one, right? He is the one that was stretching the team. He was the one that was basically just knock it up to him, and he can do everything by himself in that particular game. So fair play to him. Up into 7th, we have a man who's not that familiar to many of you. His name is Man. Dennis Man of PSV now, who absolutely patted Napoli's head, and in particular Conte. Now, again, when PSV went... Oh, they were at home. But when PSV are playing Napoli, most of us expected Napoli are probably going to get a result here. Or at least I did, right? I made so many correct calls this week. But that was one of the ones where I got that one wrong. And Dennis Man, he was having the time of his life out there, bro. Conte was in disbelief. He did not know what I did him. So big up Dennis Man, big up to PSV again. This is like a my bad PSV fans. To be fair, I did say you man are the only Dutch team that I respect right now. So you know, don't go too crazy on me. But big up to Dennis Man. We're gonna go to Germany for our 6th place. A man who played away Copenhagen for Borussia Dortmund. It is Amenyah. This one, I'm giving a round of applause because I believe. Oh, let me think about this. I think I'm still right. I believe, well, I can't be wrong. It's my opinion. I believe he got the best goal of the Champions League match day. The first goal in particular. The one where Guirassy is doing the close control. Then he gives it to Job. Then he receives it on the edge of the box. Does that little hezzy and then just bangs it. I say, wow. That is a finish. And then, of course, he completed the brace. And make no mistake about it. Copenhagen is not some easy, game to go and win whatsoever. And he scored 2 really important goals. The opener, like I said, and I believe the 3rd goal to make it, 3-1 after Bentabani's penalty. So 2 really big goals and 2 really well-taken goals as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing a lot from him. Up into our top 5. We do have a defender. He's becoming a bit of a staple in these videos. It's Nuno Mendes again. He's back. We can't get rid of this guy, bro. And he just keeps getting better and better and better. He gets the assist for PSG's opening goal away Leverkusen. Obviously, they went in back 7, so you can go and invite anyone to be on this list when it was, 10 men against 10 men. Then he gets a goal by himself, and you're thinking, bro, is there anything this guy can't do? I'm sure I've seen him popping up on the right, whipping in right-footed crosses. Now, unless maybe, my very legal live stream was playing tricks on me and they were mirroring the image so that they don't get copyright, I don't know. But I saw him with his right foot whipping in crosses. I said, hey, this guy don't make sense. I'm telling you that, like, I'm running out of things to say about him because he just keeps on doing it all the time. And similarly, we have another defender who got a goal and an assist. This time over in North London, it is Gabriel Magalhães. This guy cannot be stopped, bro. They are marking him from set pieces like Lionel Messi, bro. Like that picture of Diego Armando Maradona when all the players are around him and there's nothing you can do. Put 11 man on him, he's gonna win the header, bro. It's unbelievable how he keeps on doing this. And look, obviously he gets his goal. He also then gets an assist for Gyökeres's goal that he scored with his waist or whatever it is that he used. But then the clean sheet as well. Atletico Madrid, a team that we know, especially in the last, year, they've transitioned from being just that, park the bus, whatever, machine, to they can go gung-ho. Guys, they just slapped Real Madrid with 5 goals, like, a few weeks ago. They didn't get a sniff, bro. Other than Alvarez, who tried his hardest. Honorable mention to him, I guess, in that game. He hit the bar and he had that open goal miss and whatnot. Other than that, Gabriel just head everything away. On the front foot, on the halfway line. Win the ball, progress it. Win the ball, progress it. Gabriel is just... The guy's fake, bro. I'll be honest. He's fake. And there's not a lot more that I can keep on saying because he will do it from the set pieces. And then defensively, he's a brick, bro. There's nowhere to go. You cannot go through. Now, onto our podium places. I did tell you guys that in these top 10 videos for Champions League match days, there are occasions where I will give a team 2 players. And this is one of them. I will be giving another Arsenal player the 3rd place. And it might not be who you think it is. Unless you watch the game with your eyes. Because in 3rd place, I have a man who did not register a goal or an assist. Martín Zubimendi. It is about time that I give this guy his flowers on this channel properly. Because, again, prior to when he was linked to Arsenal back in the day, and he was linked to Liverpool, and then Arsenal again, then he signed for Arsenal, and Real Madrid was there, I wasn't really that moved, I was saying, like, he looks decent, but I don't know if I can rely on that guy to be a superstar. he ran the show against Atleti. He was so good. And Atleti, by the way, with, you know, like the likes of Barrios and Co, who I rate really highly. It was Zubimendi. There was a moment where he done like 2 kick-ups into a flick to set up Gyökeres, where I said, what? What is that? What is that? He would drop between the centre-backs, pick up the ball, start spraying it. And then you're going to see him in the other box as well, you know, winning duels. I said, nah. This cannot be what Arsenal have signed. If he plays like that, you know, 7 out of 10 games, there is a big chance that Arsenal do win things this season. And like I told you, that we don't just do whoever scored the most goals you get in this list. To be this high on the podium with no goals, no assists, it should tell you just how well this guy played against a team that we know how robust they are, especially in midfield. We know that not many teams are going to get joy in the middle against Atleti. Yet here, Zubimendi just balled out. So, hey man, fair play to him. This is one that I'll probably have to put my hands up for at the end of the season. Into second place though, you guys are now putting your hands up towards me, because Victor Osimhen is back. How have we let this guy stay in Turkey? Please, I'm speaking directly to you, United fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Barcelona fans even, Real Madrid fans, all of you. How have you let this guy go to Galatasaray? No disrespect to Galatasaray, of course. Big up you, man. Big up the Turkish fans. But respectfully, Osimhen should be playing for a team that is aspiring to win this competition. He scores his 2 goals, customary goals. He does not get the assist for the third one, although in my opinion, the entire third goal was basically all him, again, pressing like a machine, as per usual. I honestly cannot believe there are still people that don't rate this Nigerian nightmare, if you will, bro. Oh man, I don't know what to say about this guy anymore, genuinely. He's so good at football, and yet people just make up this nonsense about, oh, but his attitude is so bad, he's not a team player, he's not the... Bro, you want to tell me someone that's sprinting like that 90 minutes is not a team player? Then give me more of that, bro. Give me more selfish players if that's how it's going to be. What a player Osimhen is. But our star of the day, what are we calling these things? Man of the week? Man of the... Anyway, listen. First place goes to Fermín López with his hat-trick. Another player who I've been criticised for praising too much, apparently. When I was there saying, oh, but he's better than Olmo, they said, nah, shut up, you don't understand. When Olmo points to his wrist like that, it's over. Fermín López is a good footballer, and I will keep saying it until everyone decides, you know what, okay, fairs, maybe he is. His hat-trick, the first goal, you could argue, a little bit of luck involved, right? Yamal tries a little run, and then it comes back to him, and then he just kind of finishes it with good composure, to be fair. Great play beforehand. The second goal, all him. Okay, it's not all. It was a good team goal as well. But, like, his part was, like, no luck whatsoever, right? Lovely touch, good composure, took his time and just slotted it. And then, of course, he went on to complete the hat-trick. His hat-trick reminded me of the one that Paulinho Alcantara scored on his Barcelona debut back in 1912. For those of us who remember, what a player he was. Hopefully Fermín can follow the same path. Obviously, big shout out to Rashford as well, who, again, when it went to 10 men, he scored both of his goals after the 10 men, right? Yeah. So, obviously, big up Rashford, but a little bit less credit when it's against 10 men. And obviously, against Olympiacos too, it's not like the biggest opponents in the world. I felt like the Arsenal Atleti one was the big crunch tie, if you will, of this particular, and Real Madrid Juve, to be fair. Those are like the 2 big games, but nobody really stood out in the Madrid Juve game. That is why none of their players are here. And finally, honorable mention to myself for getting you, man, so much bread. And myself, I can't lie. But you know me, I don't do those. I don't condone chucking 100 or whatever on Accas and trying to win. I do my little £1 here, £1 there, £1 here, £1 there. But my little £1 did get me a nice 400 this week. So we are eating. If you got anything, let me know in the comments. Obviously, like the video. Keep subscribing, because the more you man sub, the more that I consider doing Premier League predictions as well, maybe. And again, when we hit the 50k, I will try to sort out live watch-alongs for these games, for the big Prem games, La Liga games, etc. So thank you very much for all the support so far. We keep moving, we pick the ball up, we go again. I'll see you man tomorrow in a bit. Bosh.